Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Grid, and today I wanted to share with you my favorite South American tracks. I'm not going to go with the standard tracks like the Silverstones and so forth because they're pretty much in every game, but I want to really highlight some of the tracks that I really found quite fun and interesting and ones that I enjoy taking these cars on. So without further ado, let's do it. So one of my favorite tracks on this is one that was released shortly after the game went public. This is the Brasilia track. What I really like about this is that it's great for these types of cars, stock cars, P1s, P2s. Nice wide track, great for endurance racing. And I think probably my favorite thing about this is that huge football stadium sitting off there right in the edge of the track. And that was the stadium that was built for the World Cup in Brazil. And this would really be a great endurance race on this because it's just a nice, sweeping, constant, it's the constant turns everywhere you're going. It's just a really great track for some nice overtaking opportunities. Probably doesn't seem very exciting just driving by yourself on the track, but put a grid of 20, 30 of these cars, and I'm sure you won't be let down. That stadium is great looking though. Here's great when we just get this corner right. We get a nice slipstream out the straight. And I like the pit where you go downhill into the pit. Yeah, so this is one of my tracks that I like just for high-speed racing. All right, next track that I usually like taking on is this Guapore with the Formula Trainer Advanced. These cars are a blast on this track. You get some friends together, do some multiplayer racing, taking each other out, having a good old time, not worrying about being too serious, but these cars are just great. Once you get them warmed up, you can just really throw them into the corners. What I really like about it though is it feels like just this local, homegrown track where you just bring your car down on the weekend and do some track days. Just like that more local feel to it. It doesn't feel like an actual, official racetrack. I think that's what's cool about AMS2 is that you have a lot of these tracks that are a bit obscure, that they're not, in all the racers and all the sim racers. And it's just, you can have some really good fun on these tracks. It's great because it's not a really long track either, so you can do some nice 10-15 lap races and have a good time with it. So yeah, so that's Guapore with the Formula Trainer Advanced. So the next track we're on is JACAREPAGUA, and this is unfortunately a circuit that's closed, but it's one nonetheless that I like taking these formula cars on, especially the Gen 1. Kind of like an old school feel to it. I mean, it is an old track, and especially this straight here is always really cool because you're coming down, this grandstands go all the way down. It's almost like the Indianapolis. like this sequence here. There's a little S. Back into a nice tight left-hander and then straight back out. Almost a 90-degree turn here, and a nice ESSO logo. And the pit entrance. And I just love that pit building. I mean, look at the garage, it's really cool. All right, let's go back in the pit. Take a look at this old, that's a really high curve, huh? This is a tricky pit entrance. I love that little round building right there, but look at this garage. I mean, these garages are cool. So another one of my favorite tracks in AMS2 is VELO, and there's a couple of reasons I do like it. One of the reasons is because it has this really nice elevation changes when you're working your way up the hill, and as you get to the top, you just immediately start descending. So it's kind of like a bit of a hill climb feel to it, and just makes it for interesting. I mean, you got to choose the right cars on it because it is a very narrow track, so it's very difficult to have, get any overtaking on it. The other reason that I like this, and I'll slow down and show you, is because of these meter boards. I love these monkeys. And then there's another one that you'll see it's a bit different. He's got his eyes covered. I mean, how can you not love that? So as you see, we're almost at the top here. And as we get to the top of this hill, immediately we start descending. And we hit a really quick, tight left. Here you see the monkeys again. So we go down, we a quick left, right. Get a bit of snap oversteer there. And you have a tight corner here again, just before you come back out onto the start-finish line. So this is a track that definitely needs a tuning setup. It's one of the tracks that I really enjoy going on. I love taking some of the smaller cars, like the Formula cars, some of the Copa classic cars on here. But I just love taking the Ultimate GTR because this is a fun car to drive. I mean, if you get this sequence of turns right, it just got a good flow to it. So this is IBARRA. It's in Ecuador, and it's called Yaaracocha. I really enjoy this one because it's just set in this nice mountainous region, and sports car championships were held here in the past. You can see it's pretty well made for these types of cars. Got these long, nice sweeping corners, and then obviously come down to a slow sequence of turns on the inside. There's some tricky ones a little bit later on when you're coming along the water side. Yeah, so like stock cars be great. P1s, 2s, 3s are good on this track as well. So I like this sequence here. It's probably my favorite on the track, where you just coming through the inside and you're just kind of slowly creeping up along the water, and then you just let it out. But it's quite deceiving because you think you're going to be opening up all the way going through these S's right here. Then you have to get on the brake really quickly to come back down. So it's make sure you slow down enough. Not a lot of overtaking right there, but if you get slingshot out of here, you have a long stretch where you can really get some nice overtaking opportunities. This was probably one of the first tracks I was on when I started playing this. Almost like a blind corner. Like this one here is a blind turn. You're not sure where it comes in, and then it's quite sharp. I just like having the mountains off in the distance, which is really nice. And Never get sick of this one here. I mean, this is just really great. If you can catch somebody into this corner, hold your line, it's perfect. Formulas tend to fly off when you're doing this, so you got to be careful. Anyway, so that was in Ecuador, another one of my favorites. And last but not least, probably my favorite track in this game, and that's the 1976 historic version of Interlagos. I absolutely do love the GP track, but there's just something about this track that puts you in a moment in time, and it really makes you feel like you're in the 1970s with the billboards, just the track itself, the feeling, the ambience. I think they did a really great job of this. So let's take a spin around in these Formula Classic Gen 2s. So this is a V8, and we'll take a spin around this historic version of Interlagos. Enjoy. You just see these massive billboards lining the circuit. And as you start running along the inside of the circuit, you can see, you know, like that AC Delco along the side. Some of the billboards like leaning on a pitch off to the side. Right there. I mean, that just puts you back in a moment of time. I would actually really love to see the option to have those filter. You know, I remember the Formula One game, I don't know which year it was, but they had that option to put the sepia filter on, or vintage TV view. I mean, just really a high-speed circuit, and then you start to come in. As you enter the inside here, it starts to connect with the modern day version of it, right here. Where we start to recognize this. Cannot put your foot down on these V8s. No traction control or anything. Everything was full manual. As you can see, I'm locking up my brakes there. I mean, just look at the environment on this track. It's great. Great. If you haven't taken this track out, or any kind of cars on this track, just by all means grab it, and it's a blast. Absolutely love this. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was just a look at my favorite tracks in AMS2 in South America. I mean, just look at that circuit. It's amazing. I mean, look at the ambience there. Chevrolet, Chevette. You got, I mean, all these massive billboards, people everywhere. And that car is just beautiful. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe and like the video, and we'll catch you guys again very soon. All right, take care.